This is Venus Williams, one of the most iconic tennis players of our time. But here, she's in violation, not of her gameplay, but of the dress code. Just moments after this photo was taken, Wimbledon officials forced her to swap out her pink bra for a more discreet white one. Why? Wimbledon has one of the strictest dress codes in sports, and even a pop of colour can break the rules. It's not just Venus facing this scrutiny. From Roger Federer's banned shoes to Serena Williams' controversial catsuit, no other sport has rules quite like tennis when it comes to clothing. But what's behind these rules, and why does what athletes wear matter so much in this sport? Today, we're breaking down the surprising influence of tennis attire and why some players are turning controversy into serious cash. To understand today's tennis dress codes, let's go back to the origins of the sport in the 1870s. Back then, tennis was a way for the upper class to socialize, and the game's attire was more about fashion than function. Women wore corsets and full-length skirts. Men donned flannel trousers and even blazers. White was the preferred color, not just for style, but because it symbolized wealth, and practically, it was less likely to show sweat. Tennis wasn't just a sport, it was a social scene, a chance for men and women to mix, flirt, and look their best. Fast forward to the 1960s and 70s, society was becoming more colorful, and so was tennis. Players traded in their stiff whites for clothes that allowed for more movement and more personality. By the 70s, major tournaments like the US Open had fully embraced colorful outfits. But Wimbledon took a different route. In 1963, they passed a rule requiring players to wear predominantly white attire, a standard they've reinforced with even stricter rules in recent years. But why does Wimbledon cling to these traditions when other tournaments have adapted? Today, Wimbledon's all-white rule is as iconic as the tournament itself. By 2014, they tightened restrictions, mandating that players wear nothing but white from head to toe, even their underwear if it might become visible. Any color, even a stripe more than a centimeter wide, is against the rules. Players have pushed back, including greats like Roger Federer, who criticized the dress code as too strict, and Martina Navratilova, who said Wimbledon had gone too far. But Wimbledon maintains that the rule preserves the tournament's sense of tradition and keeps the focus solely on the game. But for tennis players, style can be a critical part of their game, one of the few ways to show personality and connect with fans. Unlike team sports, tennis is a solitary battle, one player against another, and the right outfit can make a statement. Take Serena Williams' catsuit at the 2018 French Open. The sleek black outfit wasn't just stylish, it was medically necessary, designed to prevent blood clots. But officials saw it differently, and the French Open banned it, arguing that Serena's outfit showed a disrespect for the game. The backlash was immediate, and Nike's viral response, "You can take the superhero out of her costume, but you can't take away her superpowers," took off. The message resonated, and Serena's influence, combined with the controversy, boosted her brand even more. In sports like football or basketball, sponsorship deals are often tied to team brands. But in tennis, sponsorships are intensely personal. Individual players earn millions from endorsement deals, and their on-court style plays a major role. Serena Williams, Roger Federer, and Naomi Osaka are some of the highest-paid athletes globally, with sponsorship deals reaching far beyond sportswear. Tennis stars consistently rank high on Forbes' lists of top-paid athletes, with Williams earning as much from endorsements as Neymar and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Why? Because fans connect with them on a personal level, a bond that's amplified when players have the freedom to express themselves on the court. Football and basketball are team sports where the focus is often on the group rather than the individual. But in tennis, fans rally around specific players. Watching a tennis match is like joining a one-on-one journey. Every facial expression, every intense rally, every personal victory becomes a shared experience. This individual connection is why tennis players can secure such high-value endorsement deals. When players step onto the court, their style and behavior help fans identify with them, turning these athletes into global icons and fashion influencers. No one has used tennis style and controversy to build a brand like Serena Williams. Throughout her career, Serena's faced criticism, not just for her skill, but for her hair, her body, her style, almost anything you could imagine. But she's flipped that attention into a brand empire. Beyond tennis, Serena's turned her influence into a $2 million promotional boon for Nike. plus deals with Gatorade, Beats by Dre, and even a venture capital firm, Serena Ventures, focusing on female and minority-led startups. Serena has faced challenges and used each one to grow her brand, turning potential criticism into empowerment. Sportswear has evolved from a focus solely on performance to a lifestyle symbol. Brands like Nike, Adidas, and Puma have shifted strategies, capitalizing on athletes' influence off the court as much as on it. This is especially evident in tennis, where the athlete's personality is at the forefront. Each sponsorship deal now is not just about winning games, but about building a cultural icon. For brands, sponsoring athletes in tennis is more about the athlete's lifestyle, values, and the kind of conversations they spark with fans worldwide. Wimbledon insists that their dress code preserves the spirit of the game. But as sports and society evolve, will this strict adherence to tradition hold up? Fans and players alike are pushing for change. With growing calls for inclusivity, authenticity, and freedom of expression, Wimbledon's rules may face more pressure than ever. Some players like Coco Gauff and Nick Kyrgios have even openly questioned whether these rules have outlived their purpose. If Wimbledon loosens its grip on the dress code, tennis attire could enter an era of personal expression and innovation like we've never seen. The relationship between tennis and fashion is a unique one, steeped in history, tradition, and a fierce spirit of individuality. As players like Serena Williams have shown, tennis attire is more than just fabric. It's a statement. Whether it's pushing against outdated rules or using controversy to boost their brand, tennis players are not just athletes, they're influencers and icons. And as the sport continues to grow, it will be fascinating to see how much freedom players will have to express themselves in the years to come. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into tennis and fashion, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories at the intersection of sports, culture, and business.